Nintendo is, well, almost the most fun a kid can have.
Discover the secret of Nintendo's success.
It's how Nintendo changed the industry forever.
Chapter 1: The Humble Origins. Nintendo's story began in 1889 in the ancient city of Kyoto, Japan. Founded by Fusajiro Yamauchi, the company started as a small playing card business, producing hanafuda cards, traditional Japanese playing cards. These cards gained popularity because they were used for both gambling and recreation, allowing the company to grow steadily. Nintendo thrived during its early years as a playing card company. By the mid-20th century, they began branching into other industries, testing their entrepreneurial spirit. While the company started in traditional card games, their innovative vision foreshadowed their future dominance in technology and entertainment. Chapter 2: A Shift into Entertainment. By the 1960s, Nintendo had outgrown its niche in playing cards and was exploring new opportunities. They ventured into toys and other entertainment products, driven by an ambition to diversify their business and capture audiences' attention through electronic innovation. In 1966, Nintendo began experimenting with electronic games and machines, foreshadowing their eventual transition into arcade gaming. It was during this era that the company began combining technological experimentation with innovation, seeking to connect with the ever-changing demands of entertainment. Nintendo's adaptability and willingness to experiment laid the groundwork for their evolution from traditional games into the electronic gaming market. Chapter 3: Enter the Arcade Era. The 1970s brought the explosion of arcade gaming, and Nintendo was eager to join the movement. At this point, arcade machines became the dominant form of digital entertainment, with companies like Atari leading the charge. Nintendo entered the market by creating its first arcade games. One pivotal title that marked Nintendo's entry into this new market was Donkey Kong, released in 1981. Created by Shigeru Miyamoto, Donkey Kong introduced players to Jumpman, a character who would later become one of the most iconic figures in gaming history, Mario. Donkey Kong was a smash hit, cementing Nintendo's name as a rising star in the arcade market. It was innovative for its time, offering unique gameplay mechanics that included climbing, jumping, and skill-based challenges. This success marked Nintendo's first major breakthrough into the electronic gaming industry. Nintendo began to focus more on arcade games during this period, with Donkey Kong as their most notable success. Their ability to adapt technology and create new concepts propelled them forward. Chapter 4: Enter the Home Console Market. Building on the success of their arcade ventures, Nintendo set their sights on the home gaming console market. The Nintendo Entertainment System (NES) was the company's first major success in this space, and it launched in 1985. The NES was groundbreaking because it redefined how players experience gaming at home, offering a mix of innovative technology, iconic games, and accessible gameplay. The NES featured games like Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and Metroid. These iconic franchises set the tone for Nintendo's commitment to memorable characters and captivating storytelling, a trademark that would continue for decades. The NES was not just a technological advancement, it was also a cultural phenomenon. It solidified Nintendo's place as one of the most iconic gaming companies in the world, proving they could engage audiences far beyond the arcades. Chapter 5: The Power of Iconic Franchises. Nintendo's long-lasting success stems from its ability to create iconic, beloved franchises that transcend generations. Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Metroid, and Donkey Kong became pillars of the company's gaming strategy, offering not only innovative gameplay, but captivating stories and characters. One of the most pivotal figures in this success is Shigeru Miyamoto, the creative genius behind many of Nintendo's most beloved games. Miyamoto's ability to bring stories to life through innovative game design changed the gaming landscape forever. His iconic creations, such as Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda, became the foundation of Nintendo's success helping build its loyal fan base. Nintendo's mastery of storytelling, combined with its innovation, created a winning formula. Fans became emotionally attached to iconic characters, worlds, and adventures. These games elevated the company's reputation and allowed Nintendo to maintain a dedicated audience even during competitive periods. Chapter 6: Challenges and Rivalries in the 1990s. By the 1990s, competition in the gaming industry had grown fierce. Companies like Sega and Sony began competing with Nintendo for dominance. With the launch of competing consoles like the Sega Genesis and Sony's PlayStation, the market became more crowded. Nintendo responded by continuing innovation with the Super Nintendo Entertainment System (SNES) and other console releases. While Nintendo had many innovative game releases during this time, the competition took its toll. Players began to favor consoles with advanced graphics, processing power, and multimedia features, leading to challenges for Nintendo. Their reliance on proprietary technology and tight control over third-party developers made it harder to maintain their position at the top. Despite challenges, Nintendo pushed forward with creativity and innovation, releasing beloved games like Super Smash Bros. And The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Chapter 7: The Nintendo 64 and 3D Gaming. Nintendo's Nintendo 64, released in 1996, marked their transition into 3D gaming. This console introduced innovative titles like The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Super Mario 64, which are now considered some of the greatest games of all time. 3D gaming changed the way players interacted with virtual worlds, and Nintendo was at the forefront of this technological shift. While revolutionary, the Nintendo 64 faced strong competition from Sony's PlayStation, which was more affordable and had a more extensive game library. However, the Nintendo 64 cemented its place as one of the first consoles to define 3D exploration and gameplay. Nintendo would learn that technological innovation was only part of the formula to maintaining success. They needed to adapt their strategies and overcome the pressures of an increasingly competitive market. Chapter 8: The Switch Era and Modern Innovation. Fast forward to 2017, when Nintendo introduced the Nintendo Switch, a groundbreaking hybrid console, combining handheld and console gaming. The Switch allowed players to seamlessly connect their gaming experience to their TVs or take their games on the go, transforming how people approach their favorite games. The Switch brought classic franchises like The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Animal Crossing new horizons to new audiences, proving once again that Nintendo understood the emotional connection players had to its games. The console's design, accessibility, and game library solidified its success. Today, the Nintendo Switch continues to define the modern gaming era, combining nostalgia, innovation, and storytelling with a commitment to accessibility and fun. Chapter 9: The Legacy of Nintendo. Nintendo's story is more than hardware or games. It is about storytelling, creativity, and innovation. From playing cards to iconic gaming consoles, the journey of Nintendo has been a story of adaptability and passion. Its legacy is embedded in iconic franchises, technological innovations, and the joy of connecting players worldwide. Nintendo has proven that it can reinvent itself without losing sight of the heart of its brand: innovation, creativity, and connection. With over 130 years of history, Nintendo's story continues to evolve, promising more groundbreaking games and experiences in the future. Nintendo's story is more than untold. It's a legacy that will continue to shape the world of gaming for generations.